points are born. I'm making another video. Go tell it in the ocean, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it in the ocean, the narwhal has been born. Go tell it in the ocean. Oh, who's that I see there? Is that my 8th period aquatic science class? I think it is. Well, howdy do, y'all. I was just singing a song I wrote about a creature called the narwhal. It was a song I wrote called Go Tell It in the Ocean, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it in the ocean, the narwhal has been born. So, you may be wondering, why is Robert Peary back in our midst talking about narwhals all of a sudden? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because I've had a recent fascination with the creatures of this deep ocean blue we call the ocean. One time, I was up in the Arctic and I was surfing on the waves. Just kidding, I don't surf. I was swimming and it was real cold, but I looked over yonder and I saw myself the very first narwhal I've seen in my life. This narwhal was nothing like I've ever seen before. It was crazy. It had a giant horn coming out of its head, and I'm like, that is some creature that I should study. So I went home and I looked in the books and I found the information. Now I'm going to tell you about it. So first we got to start with the common name. Let's see, it's got different names. It's got narwhal, it's got narwhal, it's got the narwhal, it's got the narwhal, and it's got the tooth-headed creature of the deep. You know, I prefer to call it the narwhal. Does that sound good to y'all? We're going to call it the narwhal today. Alright. So, you know, I looked up the scientific name, and I found out the scientific name is Mondon monoceros. Say that 5 times fast with jelly beans in your mouth. I bet you can't. Alright, now the taxonomy of the narwhal is as follows. Now you better listen closely, because I'm going to say it fast. Kingdom Animalia, Phylum Chordata, Class Mammalia, Order Ceatata, Family Monodiatata, Genus Monos Leonaeus, and Species M. Monoceros. Got that? Alright. I'm going to take a quiz now. What's the family? Oh, just kidding. I don't expect you to know all that. It's for me to know and for you to find out. So, here we go. Let's keep going. The size of a narwhal is 13 feet to 18 feet. In between those, you know, it can get really big, but it can also say kind of small, but 13 feet I'd say is still a pretty good size for a narwhal. You know, I might want to cook one up one day and eat it. So, there I was, swimming in the Arctic, and I saw a narwhal in the distance, and I'm like, how much does that narwhal weigh? So I went under it, and I lifted it up with 2 hands like this. And I'd say it weighed about 1,800 to 3,500 pounds. That's how much that narwhal weighed. And I looked at the color of it, and I realized that the pigmentation of these creatures is white. Whenever they get older, the whiter they become. And whenever they're younger, it's more of a malted blackish brown pattern that surrounds them. You know, I also noticed that the older these narwhals get, white patches begin to develop on the navel and the genital slits at sexual maturity. Now that may be shocking, but we gotta talk about these things. This is science. This is nature. It happens. Alright. So, like I said, whenever I was swimming and finding these narwhals, I was in the Arctic Ocean. You know, these narwhals can also be found in the Russian Ocean and areas of the Arctic Ocean. I thought about it and I said, I wonder what the population of these narwhals is. But I researched and I discovered that the population of narwhals is between 45,000 and 50,000 species of narwhal, depending on the climate they're in. It could be more or less, you see. Well, that's kind of the population. And the habitat that they live in are the icy waters in the Neritic zone, which is sunlit and close to the shore, so they can get the sun and bask in the sunlight and maybe even tan. Just kidding, they can't, they're animals. So, the diet of narwhals, their prey is predominantly composed of Greenland halibut, polar and Arctic cod, cuttlefish, shrimp, and hook squid. Arm hook squid, excuse the grammar. I messed up, but I'm human. Additional items can be found in stomachs whenever we dissect the narwhal, and we can see that they also eat wolffish, capelin, skate eggs, and sometimes rocks. Why would you eat a rock? I don't know, but I'm not a narwhal, so I know these things. So, the reproduction of narwhals happens like this. Just kidding, I'm not going to go into detail, but let's just say they mate in April or May offshore from the ice packs. The natural threat to narwhals are polar bears, orcas, and Inuits. You know what those Inuits are? Those are those igloo people that live in the Arctic and hunt fish. Why would you ever hunt a narwhal? I don't know, but those Inuits, you know, they can be crazy and do all sorts of things. So let's see. The adaptations that the narwhals have acquired are as follows. As you can see, the strangest thing on a narwhal is its strange horn coming out of their face. And I was wondering what that horn is. And you know, no one really knows the real reason they have these horns, but some people believe that it's like a deer's antlers to show them off. So the bigger the horn on the narwhal, the better the narwhal it is. You know, it's kind of like social capitalism or something like that. These tusks that are on these narwhals, they can fight with them. Sometimes whenever there's two males and they want to mate with a female, they'll fight with their tusks, and whoever wins gets to mate with the female. You know, I'd say it's a little strange, but it's nature. It's nature, you know. Nature's crazy. So, narwhal's relationship with humans is as follows. They barely affect us, except if you're an Inuit, then you can hunt them. But I wouldn't hunt them if I were you. They might stab you with their tusks. So narwhals do not attack humans. So that's all I have for you guys today. But if you stick around, I might play you guys another song besides the one I already played called Go Tell It in the Ocean. Tell it to everyone the narwhal's been born and whatnot. So here it is. Narwhals, they are so cute. Narwhals have a big tooth. Narwhals, they are so fine. Narwhals, they taste sublime. I'm kidding, I've never eaten a narwhal. So next time you're with a narwhal and you want to ask, what is your size and weight? Just know the size and weight of a narwhal is between 13 and 18 feet. And the weight between, I forgot. Narwhal, you are so adorable. I love you. Narwhal. Narwhal. So narwhal, they have a big tooth. Narwhal, they sometimes poop, just like all of us. Narwhals, they are so grand. If narwhals had a hand, I would hold it. Thank you.